Oh, welcome to another episode of I Don't Stand Nation, Bingo Board Edition. This is our
back to our bingo board.
This is our spring summer edition. We just closed out our failure of a autumn winter bingo board.
Not a complete failure.
No, we were just way too good at putting up handicaps on ourselves, so we made it way too challenging.
Less handicaps this time.
Look,
Yeah,
I still want that Viking MV. Okay, I still want.
Mm-hmm.
If you dare to bring that up again, we're gonna veto you.
All right.
All right. So if you missed out on the last one, the system is as follows. We've got one white block on there, and that is you're guaranteed to happen. Super easy. So for that, we already have it pre-populated. Last time we used BTS because you can always count on BTS to break a record. This time we'll use Blackpink because Blackpink's pretty certain to break another record of some sort, streaming record, right?
Mm-hmm.
Streaming record, probably.
Yep. Then you have your light gray boxes. Those are your easier predictions. And then a dark gray boxes, which is your harder predictions. You know, it's still plausible. It could happen, but not likely. And then the black boxes, which is basically requires an act of God to happen.
Mm-hmm.
So, and yet they still happen in previous examples.
Yeah.
Right. Good times.
Yep. All right. So, gentlemen, who wants to go first?
I actually have one.
All right, go for it.
So, you know how we've been having like a debut and then a comeback maybe a month or two later?
Yeah.
So, I'm not sure if this would be considered light gray or dark gray, but I feel like that would be a really good one, considering we're having a lot of debuts, and you know, then they're going to have a comeback within a month or two later.
I'd say that's fairly likely because we've seen that trend happen as early as 2019.
Okay.
So I was Bandit. aespa did that too, right? aespa had their comeback a month later. Signature. Well, they call it sort of. They call it debut single B. Debut lead single B. I'm like, well, that's a comeback.
Which is technically their official debut, but it's a mess.
Yeah. So, yeah, you want to go for that? So,
Yep.
Let's see. Group has comeback. So you want to say like a full month or like within 2 months?
I want to say like 1 to 2 months. Within one to 2 months after debut.
Months after debut. That's a pretty solid one. Yeah. All right.
Okay.
Who's next?
I got one.
What you got?
This is definitely light gray, but Purple Kiss breakout debut.
Ooh.
You know, they've been definitely generating a lot of hype.
Yep.
Around their pre-debut stuff, so it's pretty much a matter of time.
Yeah, because their pre-debut stuff has already been doing pretty good as is.
Yeah. They've been doing extremely well.
All right, so here's mine, and I don't think you guys, I think you guys are gonna be like saying that's cheating, but whatever. I'm putting it in. We're gonna have a tropical house release.
Yeah.
Fair.
All right. So this one might be a little bit harder, and for this next one, but it also hurts a lot. We know IZ*ONE is their contracts are basically going for the group is ending in about April or so, beginning
April
or late.
28th.
There's going to be former IZ*ONE members debuting within the next 2 seasons. So, former IZ*ONE.
So you think former IZ*ONE member debuts?
Yeah. Within.
Okay. So when you say within the next 2 seasons, as in within the period of this bingo board, so
which is
they'd have until August.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah. I think that's a pretty good one for a harder prediction. So.
Dark gray.
Yep.
Dark gray. Definitely gray.
Yep.
Yeah.
Oops. So former IZ*ONE member debuts within this All right. Yeah.
That just hurts to say.
I think I'm gonna go for another light gray one here.
Okay.
MV Shot at the Beach.
Oh man, yes, I love it.
Come on, it's spring summer. It's definitely gonna happen.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. So MV Shot at the Beach. Okay.
All right.
All right. Well, then that's back to me, isn't it?
Mm-hmm.
Yes.
All right. I'm gonna go with a darker gray.
Okay.
We're gonna have a summer song or summer spring song released within this period.
Okay.
That uses reggae as the core base of the song.
Oh. Okay.
Yeah.
That's definitely a harder prediction. Yeah. Because like they've explored Moombahton and stuff, but definitely not reggae.
Yeah, Moombahton, some reggaeton, but not like full out, not just reggae as like the base.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I'll go with that.
All right. So I guess it's back to me. Oh boy.
Yep.
I will say I want this maybe a little bit in the dark gray section. I'm going to say a second generation girl group has a comeback as a full group or as a reunion.
You're talking about 21, aren't you?
21, SNSD. Like there's so many options there.
Right.
Nice.
I would love for Rainbow too to come back.
Oh man, don't even get me started.
So
yeah, so you say darker gray?
Yeah.
I would say darker gray,
yeah.
Because it's really hard to coordinate something like that.
Mm-hmm. Because we've heard other second generation girl group members say that they want to come back or that they're planning to come back, but it hasn't happened.
Yeah.
So.
All right.
I gotta put it back on here. We used it last time. It ain't happened. Dreamcatcher first win. Let's go. It's happening.
All right. Where do you want that? Act of God or?
First off, ow. All right.
It should be.
That was rude.
It should be darker.
I think it's definitely still possible without being an act of God.
Mm-hmm.
That was rude. That was rude. Dreamcatcher first win about to happen, alright? It's gonna happen.
Gonna happen.
Oh man. Alright, I'm gonna go with a darker gray. And for this, I'll say a group that has never done a pop rock concept like Dreamcatcher, right?
Mm-hmm.
Like their style song. A group who's never done it will experiment with it.
Okay.
Oh, okay.
But I'm actually wondering, do you think that's really more of a black box type of prediction?
It could be.
I wouldn't say it's completely out of the act of God level, because I mean the thing is that now we're seeing with Rolling Quartz had pretty good success.
Right.
We're seeing that it could easily catch a company's eye. Yeah. Especially companies that are like, we don't know where we want to move to, but I don't know, here works.
Yeah.
So
all right.
I definitely think it's black box potential.
Mm-hmm.
But I think dark gray fits better.
Yeah.
All right. So a group that has never done a pop rock concept before tries it.
Okay.
So, Aura.
Oh boy. I'm trying to think of an act of God one. It's kind of hard.
Oh boy.
Yeah, without being ridiculous, right? Without being too ridiculous. Like, it actually has to be like reasonable. It's like because like we had before, right? And it's happened. Card had to come back with no Latin influence.
I mean, our timing was off for that.
Yeah,
but it happened.
It happened. Or like in the example that I made before, where Very Good has a comeback, and like they had to,
and then
and it disbanded.
But
But it
I
happened.
mean,
they had to prove you right.
I mean, the biggest
Yeah.
act of God is none of us buy a K-pop album. That would be an act of God.
That's
Yeah.
not happening.
That's
Yeah,
not
that's
My
happening.
cart's full.
Yeah, that's impossible, man. Like it has to be probable, all right? It still has to have some element of probability.
Shoot. Yeah, no, that I think for summer it would be incredibly hard, but I want to say a group, like at least a 50-50 group collaboration between two medium to large sized companies. Like well-known companies.
We haven't had that in a while, have we?
I don't think so.
That doesn't. Your profit splitting at that point. It's just not profitable for companies anymore.
Right, and
It's like the last one we saw was like 2018 with they had G Idol, G Friend, and Chung Ha.
mhm.
Yeah.
They had members from those groups, and
Wow thing.
yeah. Like, that was the last one I could think of that happened.
Yeah.
Besides like your
So-
special stage shows. You know?
Yeah.
Multi-group collaboration.
Yeah,
All right.
I think it'd be an act of God to have a collaboration music video.
Yeah, especially in
Yeah.
today's current environment. Yeah, I think it's a pretty good. It's still plausible, but like probably not going to happen.
hmm I'd love it for it to happen.
Oh hell yeah. So, all right.
I don't know if this is hard or like nearly impossible, but a summer ballad boom.
Oh wow. Well, you know,
I think there's some reasoning to it.
Yeah.
does that count OSTs?
No.
Does that include OSTs? No OSTs.
I don't think OSTs. No.
Yeah. I don't
Okay. Okay. So, yeah, because otherwise, if you include OSTs, I'm like, well, you could
it's-
have that.
Pretty plausible, I would feel.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But no, I don't think OSTs count in this one.
Okay.
Hmm.
Would you want that
So
as a
how would you define define a boom though? Like you talk about like for a 2 week straight you get like 4 or 5 ballad songs released each week. Or...
I think that's a good definition. You know, you
Okay.
get, you know, if in a 2 week span you have 10 songs, I would say that is a ballad phase of summer.
Okay. All right. Okay. Yeah. So rather than per week, just within 2
Ballad
weeks,
phase.
10 songs released. Okay. Yeah. All right. So requires an act of God to happen.
I
Or
definitely
Dark
think
Ray?
that probably requires an act of God.
Okay.
um,
I like that. Yeah.
All right.
All right.
mostly being because, you know, everyone's going to be putting out lit songs.
hmm
Within a 2 week period, more than. You say more than or at least 10.
At least 10.
hmm
Okay.
We can kiss that one goodbye.
There
I don't
you
think
go.
that's happening.
And then it just happens.
Yep.
Mhm.
All right. Well then, what can I come up with? Do I dare bring back from the previous bingo board girl group great concept? I think that should have been a required act of God to happen.
At this point, yeah. Like, with what we've seen trends in girl groups,
Yeah.
They've been a lot of hard hitting. I don't think it's impossible, but I do think it could be at least a dark gray.
Okay, so then, instead of fairy group, like fairy concept, then just like a cutesy pretty concept.
Yeah.
I think that's
On
a bit more
debut?
generalized.
Yeah.
Yeah.
hmm
yep.
Okay. Dark gray.
Oh man.
All right. Back to you, or
Oh boy. Oh boy. Oh boy. Oh boy. So I'm with something that has been going on, and you know, Nick and I have talked about it a few times, where certain girl groups have been streaming out, getting on to like streaming and whatever. and other groups being streaming. I think maybe a new group starting like a YouTube or a Twitch or something and start streaming on that, on a streaming platform. Because we've seen Jay of Day 6 start streaming. We've seen Mark and a bunch of other former GOT7 members, not former, but GOT7 members starting YouTubes. Fanatics streaming on their own YouTube. You know, maybe a dark gray groups just starting to stream on and interacting on other social media platforms.
Like, as in...
Like games or whatever.
Well, I mean, like, as in, like, their primary source of interaction, fan interaction? Or, like...
Yeah.
Because, like... Okay.
I think it's possible. Because
like, you talking about for like the whole group and not just like individual members?
Right.
Okay.
And not just girl groups, like just groups in general.
Yeah. So like groups start streaming on streaming platforms as
like games or like just ways to interact.
Okay. And then like for primarily like video game streaming, right?
It doesn't just have to. Yeah, I guess.
Because like, isn't that already a thing? Like people are streaming on Instagram and let's do video games. Okay.
Because like the gaming industry is still pretty big in Korea as well, so it's not hard to see.
It is pretty massive. Yeah. All right. Nick.
Man, so this is one that I've had in my head for a while, especially whenever we bring up Signature. Signature has a full send girl crush comeback. And I don't mean like Asa. I mean like Aespa's Black Mamba's full send girl crush.
Yeah.
Okay.
I think I think it would be one hilarious because you have like Lucky doing full send girl crush, but also on top of that, I think they all are definitely within the realms to pull it off.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. They've come close. They've touched on it.
Also was as close as they've come to girl crush, and even then it was like soft girl crush.
Yeah,
you know, it was like cutesy girl crush.
And especially with, like when you see like the market trends too, and Signature's performance, Signature they're doing fairly well for for what they are as a group and what their company is. But obviously like they can't be just content with what their current performance is. So they need to grow more.
Yep.
So depending on how I don't know, I don't want to say desperate, but like how much more growth they want with the market trends, I can see that being fairly plausible. So like I would say like that falls between the light gray and the dark gray.
Okay.
I don't know where you want to slot it.
Let's put it So I would say because of the amount of groups that are coming out in that genre already, they may want to avoid oversaturating, so they may steer away from it. So I'm leaning towards like a dark gray, but it's still pretty possible that it could happen.
Yep.
I think so. Yeah, I think that's a really good prediction. So, Signature does a full send girl crush concept.
All right, letting off fireworks.
Leftover stock.
It's February. Anyway, a little early on that one, Chief.
Yep. I want to do like a BB themed prediction.
Oh, I'm here for it.
Okay.
I mean, how do you... you can't do anything growth related at this point. She did a song with JYP.
I know, right?
And Heechul and Min Kyung-hoon. Like, how do you top that with a tease in it?
How about that? BB doesn't really come back.
I feel like that's perfectly fine. Now watch her only come back with like lo-fi.
All right.
It's all just like Binu over again.
But it'd still be lit.
That's
fine. It's because it's BB.
All right. I'm not sure which this would go into. There's going to be a breakout artist after a concept switch.
Oh,
like they switch, like Momoland.
They switch concepts, yeah. Like Momoland did, yeah. Ooh, I like that.
That's definitely. I think that's definitely inside of the dark gray.
Yeah. All right. I really enjoy that one. And I think what makes that fun is just the positive, like when it does happen, like you want something like that to happen.
Mm-hmm.
You want to see people break out. So
look, I learned my lesson from last time. Okay, I learned my lesson from last time, not to be too specific.
Before you get roasted again.
Look, I still want that Viking MV. I'm just not putting it in.
So with Kingdom, actually,
you might get it.
Do they? Wait, I don't. Oh yeah, because yes, one of the members is named after a Danish king.
Oh yeah, see, you might actually get a Viking themed MV for. But that doesn't mean they're gonna do it in the next 6 months.
Yeah, because I mean, we saw what happened with Excalibur. We didn't get like a really good like depiction of like English, medieval culture or whatever. So
right.
No.
Yeah,
it was definitely a good concept though.
Mm-hmm.
So it would be a very unique concept.
I mean, if they come out with a Viking one, I would have called it. Just my timing was wrong.
So, all right, now Nick, what you got?
Man, what do I have? This is a dark gray. As you would probably after Junior is just going to be like, that's an act of God, but whatever. I want to input it because my heart. Ruan reemerges in the music industry. I want Ruan to come back.
Well, depends. Are you talking about within the K-pop industry or just in the music industry in general?
I think probably the music industry in general.
So that's a solid. It could happen because she could still do more stuff back in the Japanese market. Like she's
true,
because she had to start in the Japanese market before. So yeah.
Yep. And I think within the next 6 months is definitely makes it a little harder.
Yep.
If I just said it was going to happen, I mean, I would put that in the light box and call it a day. But...
Yeah. All right. Okay. What's another fun one that I could do?
Man, this is gonna be an interesting one.
This is gonna be dangerous.
What do you got? I don't like the way you're laughing.
Dreamcatcher gets featured on a list of underrated artists.
Stop! You hurt me every time. It's always true. If you don't know what he's talking about, Dreamcatcher Soompi always releases like these. Oh, these are the top 5 underrated artists you should stan, right?
Mm-hmm.
Always inside of the top 5 is Dreamcatcher.
And even if it's not on
Every
Soupy, it's
time.
on Kboo or All K-pop.
All K-pop.
Or Esquire, because Esquire recently started doing K-pop articles too now.
Yeah. It's always somewhere.
I mean, the light stick.
Light stick's pretty epic.
Yeah.
The light
That
stick.
is
I'm
really
getting the
epic.
light stick.
The
I am
coffin?
yoinking that.
The casing for the light stick is amazing too.
That's actually like the most original I've seen ever. All right, Aura.
Man.
What you got?
Wait. Oh, it is back to me.
Yeah.
All right.
Oh, did that one get written down?
Yep.
Okay.
I'll put it in a light gray.
Okay, so this is I'm going to say this is going to be trying to compete against some of the other light sticks that have been released lately. Considering we just mentioned light sticks, a new light stick that kind of raises the community's interest, similar to Luna's scepter, Cherry Bullet's light gun, and Dreamcatcher's staff and robe.
So basically, another light stick that gets us banned on airplanes.
So an amazing but out of the box light stick will be introduced. I'm hoping Kingdom does an interesting one. Just saying.
Kingdoms would be cool. They might do different ones for different time periods.
Yeah, different swords.
That would be cool.
Which will also get banned from airlines, but
which would get us all banned from airlines. Oh man. Back to me, huh?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
So with it being spring and summer.
Oh, I got my next one.
What about an MV shot on a boat in the ocean?
I can see that.
You know, like not necessarily a yacht, but like a yacht or something.
Yeah. So does it just say like at least one or two scenes on a boat, or
yeah.
fully, okay.
No. 1 or 2 scenes on a boat.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
I think if they're shelling out the money for a yacht, they're gonna get a few scenes, and then they're gonna be like, all right, now time to go spend our money elsewhere.
Okay.
I like that. Okay. All right. So I got mine.
Okay.
And actually, I would even say that this would be a really, probably be more like a close to a black box type of prediction.
Mm-hmm.
But I'm gonna say we'll get like a Boomaton boom.
Okay.
A boom.
Yeah.
Boom.
So, kind of going back to the whole.
It's plausible.
It's plausible. So, and to keep it outside of the black box range, instead of 10 songs released within a 2-week period, we'll say, what, 6?
Mm-hmm.
Reasonable.
So,
yep.
Within a 2-week period.
Oh.
Mm-hmm. Oh, no, there he is.
Oh, yep, there he is.
All right.
Now, do you want to say Moomaton as a base, or at least features Moomaton in it?
I mean, I think if you just say at least 6 Moomaton songs, I mean, you're calling base at that point.
Yeah.
Okay.
You know, primarily Moomaton.
Yeah, like at least 50% Moomaton.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Okay. All right. So, Aura.
Okay. So, Nick is gonna hate me for this.
Oh no.
I'm getting shots.
Nick's gonna hate me for this.
I think I know where you're going with this.
Go
ahead.
There is either going to be more disco or trot songs released. Oh, yeah.
Teacher, do I have permission to throw hands?
Look, as long as it happens out of eyesight. As long as it happens out of eyesight, I don't care.
Basically, I'm going to say a disco or trot boom. About 5 or 6 songs. Within a 2-week period.
You want to put that as like a dark gray or light gray?
Dark gray?
Because I see us like we still have some disco songs being released, but not to the same extent as we used to.
What it was, yeah.
So, so we're going off the same standard. within a 2-week period, at least 6.
Like I said, Nick is gonna hate me for saying that.
Yeah, we're gonna fight.
I mean, even I'm starting to get burnt out a bit on disco.
Yeah. So I mean, okay. I think this one's definitely light gray.
Okay.
But you can correct me otherwise. I want to say a debut charts on Gaon.
Ooh.
Well, so like we saw like for girl groups, right?
Yeah.
We only had we had 4 songs that charted.
Yeah.
For rookies. So like it's not rare, but it's not common either.
So who do we got left for like
we have IG debuting next month, right?
Because I think that's the big stipulation there is, are they at least a mid-size coming from a mid-size label?
Well, the thing is, right, we have IG, right? Tribe still works, I think, right? So I mean, I think we have enough to I mean, Tribe's already charted it, right?
Yeah.
So
I mean, even though Tribe is not from a mid-sized label because they're from a new label, Shinsadong Tiger, on the other hand, is still a major force within the industry. So they still have a major backing there.
So what about saying, to make it a light gray, what about saying a rookie group charts?
Ooh, okay. Yeah, so rookie group. So anybody who's debuted from within at least a year?
Yeah.
Yeah. Yep.
Okay.
So that also plays into aespa.
Yep.
And if aespa releases another song, it's gonna chart. So anybody that has debuted basically from before September 1st works. Or from
Debut from September. Yeah, okay.
That would work, right? Or is it March 1st? March 1st. Debuted after March 1st. Yeah. Yep. So any group that's debuted after March 1st that charts on Gaon would be the rookie group. Yeah. Cool. I think that's definitely possible. Given that we've already seen like Stacy charting and Tribe and aespa, definitely possible. So
that leaves me with a dark gray. What can I do that would be fun?
Oh boy.
Fun, silly, stupid.
I have a bad feeling. I have a bad feeling.
I have a horrible feeling. No more shots at me, please. I've had enough of this bingo board.
I mean, we've got a lot of fun ones on here.
Yeah, I think this one is definitely a lot more plausible than our last one.
Yeah. Let me go take a look at our previous examples for a...
Watch who chooses the Viking one.
So I mean, at least that's a lot more plausible now that we got Kingdom.
Look, I just have the wrong time. Okay, my sense of prediction is off.
All right. Thinking another something from like a first gen artist or I don't know, like a first gen artist releases some kind of throwback.
Okay.
MV.
Sure. Yeah, that works. Man, that's how you do a bingo board.
This is a really fun one. I like it.
Are there any that we want to...
definitely plausible this time.
Are there any that we want to veto or change?
So I would say that if you guys got something that's more fun, we can replace the BB does another lit comeback. If you got something that's more fun to put in there, I'm totally okay with that.
I think this is a really solid.
I don't even think we need to like do any shuffling either with it as it is.
I don't think so.
No.
Like when you look down the columns and whatnot.
Solid. Yeah. Everything has an even chance of becoming a bingo if we don't shuffle as well.
Yep.
Versus last time when we had like 4 hards in one row.
Yeah. Because the middle row and the middle column, along those lines, there's a pretty good chance.
Yeah, the rough ones are gonna be
B and O.
B column B. Yeah, B
Yep.
column B row and O column and O row.
Yeah, those are gonna be the hardest ones.
And then
The
and
diagonal.
then the diagonal is gonna be a really bad one as well.
Yeah, that's gonna be.
We'd
the
have to
hardest
see a
one.
multi-group collab and a ballad boom, a heavy ballad boom.
Mm-hmm.
Yep. But at the same time, though, there's still an air of plausibility to it.
Right.
There is.
So that's what makes it fun for me. Like, I think this is a much more fun board than previous iterations.
Mm-hmm.
BB
All right.
just the B row B column. That one just hurts. I it hurts me, even though I'm the one who suggested it.
Yeah. Yeah, and then stuff
All
like
right.
second gen group does a comeback as a full group. Group has a breakout after console switch. Like, those are really fun. Like to like keep track of.
Mm-hmm.
So
I think definitely
well,
a really fun
you guys got anything
row
else before we
is
close it out?
or a really fun row is the O row,
The O-row.
yeah,
provided we got all of that.
that would be really fun.
We would be living.
Mm-hmm.
So all right, and then seeing like a song that does like reggae as a core, I think that'd be really interesting.
Mm-hmm.
Because we haven't had that in a while, not since like 2018, I think. I think 2018 was the last, or maybe 2019.
I think the last reggae and influenced artist I've even heard was Skull and Haha.
Yeah, well, because like I think of before we did this podcast, it was Unity. They had a reggae song.
Okay.
We did cover one song after we. I think it was like either late 2019 or early 2020, where someone did a reggae song. So,
Yeah.
Okay.
so it's not out of the realm of possibility.
Mm-hmm.
Man, this is gonna be interesting. I hope we don't get a bingo too quick. Then it'll be boring.
Yeah,
Yeah.
but to at least get one bing would be nice.
Yeah. All right.
All right, well, I guess we'll wrap it up.
All right.
Thank you for watching. This has been Idle Nation. Make sure you like, comment, subscribe, click that bell icon if you want to know when we upload in the future. Our bingo board link, if you want to check it out, will be in the description, as well as our socials. There we go. Our socials and our other links as well. Thank you to our Patreons. We appreciate you guys so much. We appreciate you guys so much. And you guys mean the world to us. So, again, thank you. And we will see you guys later.
Bye.
Bye.